Okay, it's end of holidays, so I've kind of put this off a bit too much. There are reasoning for that, but prototyping on Thursday and Friday for the last week before mid-semester break. Well, we did actually run two prototypes over Wednesday and Thursday. The candles and the bottle idea. Such as look at removing the wick so they burn to different heights. But it was a case of how do we get the wick out. It's quite difficult, especially so that was the sort of thing we kind of looked at on the Wednesday, and we mainly discussed that and how we would do it. I can't quite remember exactly what we did verbatim on each day, but one person actually did attempt to remove the wick. Getting it back together though was a bit of an issue because he literally just cut out a whole section. So it came out, so you had three parts. You had the bottom part that we wanted to keep, you had the part where you were to take out the wick so that it would stop burning, and that way we had the correct height, and then we had the actual top that we wanted to keep. But we need to attach that back, so that was quite an issue, so we had some issues doing that. And we also then looked at drilling holes in Coke bottles, which is not easiest considering they're plastic and flimsy, and you have to apply a lot of pressure and so you use a drill. But Krishna suggested using one of the more worn or well used, not the nice and fancy, new well working soldering irons to basically melt a hole, which is good. It is much easier, it is a cleaner hole. The only problem is you have trouble figuring out where to stop at the diameter for the hole. That's the issue. But it's quite a good option. It's a good backup option that we literally can just, if all else fails with the candle idea, which is our main, we could, even I can do it in a day, literally day before, do it. At least it's a good backup option, which is I always like to have. So yeah, the attempt was pretty good. One person in the group attempted, that was pretty good. Again, had the issue of reattaching, but Krishna suggested using a trench method. So instead of cutting a whole chunk out, or even just half of it, but he suggested kind of scoop out and then cut off the wick, remove it that way, and then wrap it in tin foil or duct tape and then pour melted wax back into to cover it up. One person even suggested drilling all the way through. That gives you a small hole, and apparently it does take out the wick quite well. I do see issues trying to fill it back in, but Krishna suggested using tin foil to make a small basin and then melting wax in there and then pouring it in. So there are methods around that. We haven't got to play with the heat gun, but other people do. But pretty neat. Some people are not quite as tool friendly in the group or familiar with using tools. So and I've used the heat gun, but I've used drills and basic machines before, so like drill presses and grinders and things like that. So I've got a little bit of familiarity. Getting tripped up over words now. So I tried drilling the holes in the bottle as well while we were in the mechatronics lab, and that didn't quite go so well. Hence we find out that the bottles are quite flimsy, so using something like a glass V bottles instead, and just putting the holes in the lid and having multiple bottles to show different flow rates and give them all the same amount of honey or golden syrup in it. And then they made this one was faster than the other one because they had more bees. They made the same amount in a short amount of time. It shows the same thing. I confirmed that the 3D labs were not open over the school the mid-semester break at all, which is fair. But that was one of the things that happened, where I went and confirmed that, and the rest of the group went off and bought more candles at a $2 shop or something that was nearby to prototype and test, and yeah. And then they came back, and then they were doing that, and then that's kind of when I ended it. Since everybody had their jobs to do, we confirmed everything, where we were at, what we needed to do during the break. So it's been good. Unfortunately, I'm behind on paperwork. See, there was a draft that was due on the Friday. Well, technically on the Friday, but it wouldn't get looked at to the Monday, the first Monday of the 2-week break. Problem is on Saturday, on Saturday was my birthday, so I was going, I'll try and take a break for at least a week. I won't do any schoolwork. I won't do the essay on due or anything like that. But so I forgot. Plain and simple, I forgot. I looked at it on Friday night and went, I haven't done it yet. Bugger. I'll do it. It's due Monday. I'll do it on Sunday. It's my birthday. I forgot. Hurrah, hurrah. Now I'm here just before the weekend, before we go back. Haven't done the draft. I know why we need to do the draft, because it needs to be looked over, so people didn't make a mistake, be short to the point. So I will get my paperwork done early instead of late, like last time, where it was about 20 minutes late in finishing and submitting it. And I'll get it done a couple of days early. During the weekend, I'll send an email so maybe Ben can see it on Monday. Go, look, here's my draft. It is completely done. If it's fine, I'll leave it. If not, give me a quick feedback. And then I'll quickly change it before it's due on Tuesday. So my mistake. I tend to procrastinate. It's to be honest, I had trouble with holidays because I'm going, I want at least 1 week off where I do no work. And what happens? I just go, I'm bored. What am I going to do? And all I can think of doing is uni work, which is not conducive to having a holiday, which I got to admit I desperately needed. I was definitely starting to run out of steam and will burn out of that and getting frustrated a lot quicker and easier. So my priority is me personally, my health and well-being before uni, which at least cuts out a lot of the stress that comes with uni. So it's just the way that things have happened and can't change it, so we'll just go with it and adapt as best we can.